Okay, so if you want to do a counter protest against Los Angeles, California, the internet tech companies, the big networks that we see all the time that are always getting views, and they're always asking for money too. Now, some of them are still getting advertising revenue. They may not be asking for as much money in donations yet, but I think that time is coming. If they start losing revenue and they're no longer favorable with the algorithm, they're going to start asking for charity contributions and donations. But you can do it anyway. Say, well, can you give me money? I would like for you to give me money because I don't have any money. There's nothing wrong with that. And that was something that my mother always said when we were kids, was want in one hand and poop in the other. See which one gets filled first. And my first husband said the same thing. He also said something else about you can't draw blood from a turnip. And so, with inflation, this is what's happening. And with influencing and the money going outside of the United States, and people, something else I wanted to add too, was I was an early adapter on YouTube, kind of a pioneer into the YouTube arena. And that was the thing I heard over and over and over again, was people from foreign countries wanting to come to the United States to set up their YouTube channels so they could get paid. They wanted to monetize it and then go back to their own country. And Google was always telling them that they couldn't do that. They had to be a resident of the United States to get revenue. So I guess they came up with something else, an alternative way to pay people outside of the United States, or the networks. I think the Los Angeles networks did that. And then they set up all these other outlets to pay people through places like Etsy and eBay, for YouTube views and comments and things like that. And they called that job creation. And that's where we get a lot of the scammers. The scammers who are saying, oh, well, your channel's not going to be successful unless you pay us to help you. Well, that's the scams coming out of the islands and coming out of China. And, oh gosh, there was another place, I can't remember. Oh, Fiverr. Fiverr was another place that, it's paying people a gig to do something. So the big influencers will pay people from other countries to do things. And, to keep their own channel going. That's what they're doing, is paying people in other countries. Now, to me, it sounds like a bad practice, questionable practice. People can be paid through PayPal and other